is a marching order. They will get, the OC will write and say he will have got instructions, then he will write and send his marching order with specific people to the DPC or OC station to report for duty. That's what is done. Yes. Yes. But of course, you know that is a brand and lie. The total number of prisoners I have told you are 79,000. If you remove everybody, including the condemned and everything, even the child, they are 79,000. Which rally of His Excellency has had less than 200,000 people? So is it necessary? Is it necessary to look for prisoners? Does it make logic that you look for prisoners? For what? Because the prisoners are in prison, because the state is interested in them being inside. Then how you get them and put them in the public? Then what would be the logic of the state imprisoning them? Then they would rather open the prisons. Then they say, from today we are having a blanket holiday. They will not be a prisoner in the prison. But I can assure you, if you want to know that you can't get out, you join us and see. It will be very hard. No, let me tell you, those prisoners alone are a risk even to those who keep them. So you are lucky you have isolated them, then you bring them and mix them in the public. But is it necessary? There are many people who even want to work for as small as 500. Just puts on a t-shirt, you give the 500, he goes and shouts and comes back. And I asked you, we have been participating in the Matters Day. I've never had any person asking me that what are prison officers doing for Matters Day. Yet it is a police function. In the previous elections, we have always been doing this. It's not the first time, it's not the one of that. This one we have not seen. It is only that we forget very fast. Now, the National Security Committee is chaired by the Minister of Internal Affairs. The head of internal security is the Inspector General of Police. But on that system, they all sit there, they all discuss, and they agree the way forward. That's why next time you're going to ask me that why you are addressing a press conference in Naguru. You think I don't have a boardroom? I also have a boardroom. But it's not my decision. The decision is made at a higher level, and for us, we do the implementation. I would be concerned if anybody brought me the video and said, you see what your order was doing. Then that one, I would take responsibility. But if the order has kept the crowd, and the situation has remained peaceful, that is what is paid for. This uniform you are paying for. You are the ones buying this uniform, by the way. Even when you think we are smart, you are the one paying. So we must use us. Kubikwatagana n'abasirikale ab'ekitongole ky'amakomera kubeera ku nkungaana naddala zino ennene, police, Inspector General of Police ng'akulira ebyokwerinda mu ggwanga bwe kiba kyetagisa oba nga kyekirina okukolebwa, asaba ebitongole ebikuumaddembe kumuteerako omukono ne bawaayo abayambi. So mu kiti ekyo kya public order management ng'ebitongole ebikuumaddembe, era abakulu basaba ennamba z'abasirikale ne baba nga baweebwa abasirikale abo ne bakola omulimu gwa crowd control, gwe mulimu gwabwe. Era bwe batuukawo ne baba nga baleeta efujjo, tujja bakangavula ng'amateeka bwe galaga. Naye okubeerawo kuba nti bayambako ku poliisi kukuuma ddembe tekimenya mateeka n'akatono. Abasibe kino nja kyogera na bubi nti mpozi obwongo nga buliko obuzibu. abasibe nva kubagamba nti abasibe omugatte betulina mu makomera otaddeko abo bali kujana gomoro otaddeko abalema otaddeko abatalaba abazibe abalalu bali 7,900. Rale zino zetwogerako waliwo rale eriko abantu ebeerako abantu abali wansi wa 2,000. Ye gavumenti yakwata bano abantu nebajja mu public nebateeka eri olw'ebizibu bye baliko ate batwala mu community nga tebayise emitendera emituufu. Tekyetaagisa kuba nti tulina okuba tutwala abasibe ku lwali era abasibe tebagenda mu lwali. Ne juzi abaali baagala okujja kukuba campaign mu barakisi twabagaana era mu barakisi temuli campaign. So si bituufu ate tebiyamba. Naye kasitole kangaako mugezeeko mukamwandiikire nkagala naddala bawandiika monitor vision that story of pardon mukimpandiikireko.
Thank you. The fourth estate, we welcome you once again to Naguru for our weekly press brief. I am going to give you a security brief around the issues pertaining to the general elections. I will begin by saying that the campaigns of the presidential, parliamentary, and local government are relatively calm, save for a few incidents that have been noted. Most of the presidential candidates are adhering to campaign guidelines and campaign programs issued by the Electoral Commission. On 6th December, we experienced or noted a violent scene in Gulu City, near Bank of Uganda, during the campaign activities of the National Unity Platform or presidential candidate. The candidate entered the Gulu district through Pabo Bungatira Road and arrived at Awach grounds, the officially designated venue, but he did not spend too much time there and proceeded to Paicho, where he addressed a number of people. Thereafter, he proceeded to Gulu City through Chitugum Road, where he had a disagreement with our security teams regarding the campaign route, leading to a standoff. Reports of the altercation were received. There are videos circulating of caning of civilians during the event or during the encounter that have been observed. These actions are regrettable, undesirable, and unfortunate. Following the standoff, Honorable Chagulanyi walked on foot along Gulu Kampala Highway towards the Central Business District, escorted by police and UPDF officers, together with his supporters to Awere grounds, the approved venue for his rally. Finally, the rally proceeded. The police reiterates the call to all candidates and their supporters to exercise calm, avoid inflammatory statements, and cooperate with the security and other stakeholders to ensure peaceful campaign activities. At the same time, our security personnel are reminded to always exercise their powers within lawful and acceptable limits. Any actions found to be inconsistent with agreed standards of behavior would be investigated, and appropriate action should be taken against any officer found responsible. When communication and cooperation break down, we risk losing the peace and mutual respect that all of us deserve. We therefore appeal to all stakeholders to uphold dialogue, restraint, and peaceful engagement throughout the electoral process. The second issue I would like to comment about or relate to you is that we have observed continued and deliberate provocation of security personnel. On 2nd December 2025, rowdy supporters of Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi obstructed 3 police officers who were directing the candidate not to obstruct traffic flow in Wakiso district. In Imbarara, you saw a video footage on digital spaces of an incident where a motorcycle rider deliberately rammed into a police officer who was clearing traffic and almost took his life. The other day, we displayed a video where a female traffic officer was being assaulted by political activists, actors, or whatever. The video widely circulated on media spaces. Much as we have not been getting any comments from a number of the usual concerned people, but for us, it is incumbent upon us to deliver this message. On 5th December, the District Security Committee of Noya, together with the NUP Campaign Organizing Committee, agreed on a campaign venue in Patra, and the presidential candidate suddenly defied the agreement between the DSC and his organizing team, and instead opted for an abrupt choice of another campaign area in Anaka Trading Center. The next scheduled ground was Pentecostal Assembly Ground, Pentecostal Assembly of God Playground in Amuru District. He again defiantly opted to proceed to that ground and preferred the Elegu border, but was blocked by security personnel at Parabel Corner in Atiak. We urge all candidates and their supporters to desist any acts of violence, provocation, defiance, and violating of electoral guidelines. Such conduct endangers life, property, and public peace. I would also like to make a statement on the defacement of candidates' campaign posters. That the defacement of candidates' campaign posters is an offense, and any person found engaging in it will be arrested and prosecuted in accordance with the law. So we appeal to people out there, obey the law. Everybody, even security officers, all stakeholders, it is in the best interest of everybody to ensure that the laws are followed. I thank you. But maybe before I conclude, allow me add a note or two on what my senior colleague has commented about on the involvement of other security agencies in police work and police operations. Article 212 of the Constitution of Uganda, 212D. Police is allowed to cooperate with other security agencies and the civilian population generally, and the population generally. I know people want, and my sister, from what I was speaking, you want to understand the extent of cooperation. Now, police and other security agencies cooperate in this way. One, we do joint planning. We have, under the national security architecture, have a cooperation framework which brings together all the security agencies. Because security functions are performed variously. There are security agencies who primarily gather intelligence, like external security, internal security, and the UPDF under the DIS. Two, security threats go beyond our border limits. Some security threats in the country draw locus from external territory. So you will find that the involvement of the external security services draws from that nature of security arrangement. That if a threat is going to come from out but have impact within the territory of Uganda, then you cannot exclude an agency like external security. Next, UPDF, the police, and prison